We can do that.
Hi everyone, we meet us today for the third podcast of Travelin team. We are 4 European volunteers and we work for the HP Association in Warsaw. Travelin team is composed with Matilde, she's from Portugal.
Hi.
And his association is...
Corpo Nacional Escutas.
Okay, thanks. Florian, he is German.
Hello.
And his association is...
VCP, Verband Christlicher Pfadfinder und Pfadfinderinnen.
Thank you. And Elisa, she's from France.
Hi.
And his association is...
Scouts et Guides de France.
Okay, I'm in the same association and we are all scouts and guides. We will speak about scouting and guiding experience today. So the first question is, since where you are scouts? Who want to begin?
Yeah, I can if you want. So I'm in my 10th year and I start scouting and guiding at 12 years old. So since 2011.
Wow.
And you?
I'm a scout since 2012, so more than 8 years.
I signed for the Scouts 2006.
Okay. And you, Jordan?
And me, I'm a new member because I'm a scout since 1 month. So I'm the more newer here. Martin, can you tell us 3 words about what does scouting represents for you?
Yes, the scouting represents for me learning, experience, and friendship.
Nice.
I agree.
Do you want to explain it more, or is it like...
Yes, I can. Learning, because scouting and guiding is learning by doing. We always learning every when we don't realize. And experience, because the experience in the countryside is very good, and the experience for national and international adventures. Friendship, because scouting is made by people who are soon your friends. If you only meet team 5 minutes before, it is magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really cool. Thank you for your explanation.
Elisa, if you are stuck in a scout camp, what do you keep on you?
My knife, of course. But the real question is, which one? My Swiss knife or my Opinel? Opinel is a brand, a mark of knife. So always my knife on me.
So you are an Opinel representative?
Yeah, an Opinel addict.
Now it's a global question. What is your best experience, memory, or meeting? Who won't become? Florian, maybe?
Yes, I think my experience, my best, starts right now and will be expired in the future, in the next months. Yes.
I was thinking about something else, but yeah, it's true that now, 1 month, we live a wonderful adventure, a scouting and guiding adventure, because we are in other country and live the international scouting and guiding. But first of all, I thinking about my first summer camp, because we camped for a week and a half at one place, and then we joined the National Jamboree for the 11 to 14 years old children. The jamboree called Vis tes rêves, that means live your dreams. And it was my first summer camp, and I was like, whoa, I leave a summer camp, summer scout camp, and after I meet a lot of people. We were 18,000 people, so that was really huge. You, Matilde?
I don't know, because a lot activities and experience, but I think not the best, the different. For my local group, we were for Andorra, for my first international activity.
And you, Jordan, because you are here since 1 month, but maybe...
To travel in other country, meet new things and new people, and we have lots of chance to be here.
Okay. So welcome in the scouting and guiding family.
Yes, we will see. So, Florian, the next question is for you, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
Describe the Scout spirits.
It's it's a kind of magic, I would say. It's a bit a lifestyle which includes giving and taking, but everyone plays fair and helping each other, listening to and play music, then which doesn't promote hate or violence. And the most important thing is that we are who we are. So there is no other version of your own. And the most important thing is you can be how you are. And that makes scouting to this kind of spirit.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
No, it's global question. One more time. What is your best Scout meal ever?
Matilde, you want to
Spaghetti. Because it's a classic.
It's efficient.
Yes.
For me, it's chili con carne or sin carne, but of course the spicy version.
Not for you, Matilde. And for me, it's the tartiflette. The tartiflette, it's a meal with potatoes and a lot of cheese and onions and meat if you want to put meat or no. But it's a sensitive subject at each summer camp because the team which is watching the plates after have a lot of work because of the lot of cheese in the plates.
I have a question. You arrived to make a tartiflette in Scout camp?
Yes, of course, you have to build the oven, and after you can cook tartiflettes, but you can do without oven. It's a Scout skill.
Okay.
I will teach you.
And if you build it in what material you...
With, how do you the earth with water, you know?
Mud?
The mud, yeah. You take cylindric metal, you know? You dig a hole, you put the cylindric metal on, and you cover the cylindric metal of mud. And after, you build something to make the smoke out with can, for example. And you let dry maybe 1 day or 2, that depends on the weather. So you can do that in Brittany. I'm joking.
So it's an exclusivity, take a note.
And after you make fire in the bottom of the cylindric metal.
Mm-hmm.
And after that make a lot of hot air around the cylindric metal and it's over.
Okay, thank you for this technical explanation.
You're welcome.
And for me, on the flat, yes, but I never make summer Scout camp. Summer Scout camp. So I think I can answer really.
Can you imagine something like, that could be great to eat on the Scout camp? Something typical.
Paella!
Yeah. Already done in my summer camp.
Okay, thank you. Do you have a crazy anecdote to tell us, Florian?
Yes, of course. I don't know, but I think everyone knows it. The situation when the constantly event when you come back from Scout camp, back at home, and you open your luggage and the smell of adventure that makes every parents happy and you after a long bath also.
And maybe the bus driver too?
Yeah.
If you are dirty.
Yes. Yeah, but for him, he sees the end of it. It's only like, okay, 2 hours and then I'm out of the bus.
Someone want to speak something about this question? I think this question can be...
that reminds me something from my first summer camp. I was coming back from the Jamboree, from my first camp, and I was like, okay, so it was the first time that my mother picked me after summer camp, and she told me, "Oh, you smell so bad." And I was like, "Okay, thank you, mommy. I'm so happy to see you after 2 weeks." And she told me, "Okay, so you undress you just in front of the door of the house door, totally undress you, and after you go on the shower, and I don't want to see you between the moment you are in the door and in the shower. So I was like, okay. So the really good smell of after summer camp.
Matilde, what is the more beautiful place you discovered in scouting activity?
The Rail Rover Scout Center in central Portugal, a magic village where all rovers are called to disconnect from the world and connect with nature. I haven't been there yet, but I know there is a magic place.
Oh.
So your next destination after our Polish adventure?
After a COVID situation?
Yeah.
Would you invite us to this place?
Yeah. You have to see the place before.
Oh, yeah. Could be also.
Elisa, do you think you will be a scout in the next years too?
Yes, without hesitation. Because I grew up in scouting and guiding, and I learned a lot of things, like Matilde already said for her first question. And I was able to transmit things I learned too, so it's really, really important for me. And if I can continue this, I do without hesitation. Maybe because of my leader experience. I'm a scout leader since 2 years, and it's a really good experience. So I want to continue this experience, or through several missions from my association, Escutas de France. If there is other volunteer missions that I can help on, I do.
Okay, so for you, it's not finished.
No, it's all the life. You became a scout, you say it.
Your scouting life never stops. Keep going, I don't know.
Yeah. If you become a scout, you stay it for your life.
It's a life contract, so.
Yeah, it's a life contract.
Without signing.
Yeah. You will see. And maybe we have several questions for you too, because you ask questions, but maybe...
Yeah. I'm the asker.
Now it's your turn.
Maybe, first of all, a crazy question, not a crazy question, but before discover scouting and guiding, what was or are the stereotype you have from scouting and guiding?
Okay.
Maybe only 3.
Okay.
Yeah, please, because we know all.
Organized people who like go on nature and share moments in nature.
And it's stereotype, because we are.
I think yes, it can be. After I don't say if it's a good or a bad stereotype, but
that's true.
I think it's true. You can tell me if I'm wrong or not. And after the second one, it's people who like make fire camp. They are maybe, I don't know, fire soldier or things like this. And the last thing for me, the presence of religion. Not only one, but few religion like Christian and Muslim and things like this. And I don't know now how it is, if it's really present or if it's just on specific faction.
I think that depends on the association first, and there are associations without religion. So I think that depends really of association, and also that depends of your group, the people you are in, the opening spirit, and the way you live your religion or your no religion. That depends a lot of things.
For example, became come in Poland here. Lots of people tell me how Polish people are really a Catholic person, and particularly in Scouts. So I don't see really this in the HP because of the COVID situation, and not all people are in the office, and but not talk specifically on religion.
Or maybe it's just the way they live the religion, or
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
maybe it's this way, that, and maybe the religion is present for them or for several person or things like that, but it's a way to live the religion, and it's not a big deal like we can have in the head. But yeah, I see what you mean.
So to resume, Scouts are like the neo-hippie, you know.
Oh yeah. So good stereotypes.
But maybe with a better organization.
You told us that you are a scout since 1.5 months.
Yeah.
And what would you say? What have you already learned in context with scouting in this time?
It's hard to answer because, like I said just before, it's just since few time I'm scout, so I never make fire camp or expedition in nature or things like this. But in my experience in the ZHP, I learned new thing like make podcast, for example, or a video. And yeah, it's really rich. After I wait for really scout things, you know.
Yeah.
For me now, it's really like a cloud. You see, it's
You have a picture in your head, but you don't know what is real or what
Yeah,
is
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
you imagine it.
I think it's a little bit the same in this moment for me because of the COVID, we can't do activities like what we love the most in scouting and guiding, like camp, be with the other, play, things like that. So I completely understand your...
Thank you.
I think at the moment nobody can really imagine how could the next scout camp look like because you have so many different things you must look after to organize with the COVID situation. Then there must be a change in every scout camp also. But I think it's a change, yes, but it could be also positive.
Okay.
And the last question is a special topic. I don't know if you are really prepared for this, but we will announce. Do you think you are prepared for the apocalypse with scout skills?
Of course. And I think my better weapon is my smell after a summer camp.
I want to learn things because I think it can be really useful for autonomy things when you are outside of the town or in nature. So I think it can be useful. Yeah. After be really prepared for apocalypse. I don't know.
I hope they will not have apocalypse.
Is there option to prepare you for that? I don't know. It's like maybe it helps that you are closer connected to the nature as a scout than others maybe. But I don't know if there is really a preparation plan for the apocalypse.
Yeah, maybe not for apocalypse, but all the skills I learned, I think it's the same for you, but in scouting and guiding, deserve me in the life. Like you can see that, but if you see our setup now for the microphone, it's a scout setup with scotch, with tape.
If you want, we can take a picture and show you.
Yeah.
Scouts give the soft skills we need for the life.
Thank you guys for answering about questions. You can follow us on SoundCloud or Facebook or Instagram for the traveling team Buenos Bigos and YouTube channel.
Of course.
And we will back soon with another topic in few weeks.
Thank you very much.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you.
VIP rubric.
Okay, so we are finished with the traveling team. Still thank us for their participation. Now we will pass on VIP rubrics. Today we will interview Karol. Hello, Karol.
Hi,
Can you present you?
my name is Karol. I'm Deputy Chief Commissioner of Polish Scouting and Guiding Association. I used to be a director for the European Jamboree.
Okay, thanks you to be here. Today's topic concerns scouting and guiding. And Matilde, if you want.
What does scouting means to you?
Well, it's a very tough question.
Yeah.
Because I am scout since my very childhood, I'd say, because I'm also from the scouting family.
Okay.
As my parents also participated in scouting guiding in Poland. So for me, scouting is, I would say, it's a way of life, because I think that everything that I would not see teaching, but everything what we are experiencing in scouting somehow shaping us as a persons, and also as a citizens. So I would say for me, scouting is a life
Experience?
experience. It's very much connected with the values of scouting, with the idea of a duty to other person, to society, and also to duty to self, and to improve our own skills, our own attitude, our own thinking.
Okay. And so for you, scouting have lots of learn you lots of things for your personal development, for example.
Mm-hmm. I learned a lot in scouting. I used to be a scout leader in a troop, and I also served as a deputy district commissioner. Now I'm serving for the national headquarters, and I learned a lot. Things connected with project management, with work with the volunteers, and also with staff. It's also connected with my current knowledge about finance, about management of a quite large entity. But I think it also is very much about connections and people that we are meeting on our way. As an international commissioner, I had a very great privilege to talk and to meet scout leaders from around the world, from every continent, and it's very good to feel that sense of belonging to very big worldwide family of people that shared the same values as we.
Yeah, that can be make lots of opportunities around the world.
Yeah, it should. It's. I think it's very important, especially for young people, to have this feeling. I'm not only scout in Poland, I'm not only scout in Europe, but I'm a member of very big society of more than 65 million young people, and it has a very deep meaning, because everywhere where you travel, you can meet friends that live in the same values as you, and it's very, I would say, very spectacular experience.
And at your level, at a national thing, you can organize lots of meeting or things like this. And since how many time you are on your post?
It's a very good question. Today is 10th of December, and our national assemblies are every 4 years in this very period. So yesterday I finished third year of this term.
Okay.
And this is my second term, so I'm here in the national office since 7 years. 7 years ago, I have been elected to the post of the member of the national headquarters.
Okay.
What is the biggest challenge is being the director of a European Jamboree?
Yeah, it was very complex. It was very complex because it's a jamboree that finally didn't happen. This jamboree, we had to cancel the European Jamboree as a result of this very unstable situation related to COVID-19. So for me, it was great experience, great journey with my friends from many countries of Europe and the world. We gained around the idea of the European Jamboree members from 49 national scout organizations. Not only from Europe, but also from far Asia, from both Americas and from Middle East, and we created something very unique, because this jamboree was invented as a joint event of World Organization of Scout Movement and World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts for the first time ever. So we created a new platform of cooperation between member associations, and and both regional committees and offices. So we were very good on our project plan of preparations, but unfortunately it was impossible to continue this project, mostly because of COVID-19. But the thing related with cancelling the Jamboree, first postponing for a year and then cancelling, it's also very important lesson for scouting and guiding in Europe, because we are still able to demonstrate our solidarity between association. We still are able to use this energy, this momentum among planning team members, among contingent management teams, to create something good for our own associations. And I'm looking forward for new opportunities. I'm sure that paths will cross with young people that are still dreaming about the Jamboree in Poland.
So the COVID-19 is the biggest difficulty you are to meet during your...
Yes, it was. It's not easy. It's not. It's not only a thing related to the European Jamboree. I'm afraid that all our European associations are facing big challenges because scouting was not invented to be performed online.
Yeah.
Scouting is about meetings. Scouting is about real people, connections, interaction between real people in very real environment, especially in the forest. I would say this is some kind of outdoor movement, and now we had to switch to digital across the Europe, and I would say it's not the best scenario for scouting. So we are looking forward for 2021 for developments, and we think that the outbreak will be finally contained and we'll be able to go back to proper environment of scouting.
Yeah, and maybe digital thing, like you say, can be learn new thing to communicate on or work with your partners, and maybe that can be useful for next future.
Yeah, for sure. We made a huge progress with switching in digital revolution, digital transition in our associations, because basically looking for the HP, we had to adapt new technologies and distribute those technologies to our troop leaders, our unit leaders. We had to switch our trainings to online environment. So, but it's useful. These tools are useful. Connections between leaders are important, even if those connections are only in digital. But again, we are very much looking forward to go back to normal scouting.
Yeah, that can be a tool for keep solidarity between members, maybe.
I think it is important to be connected, to stay in touch with your scouts, with your guides, because elsewhere we lose our membership and we lose our impact. Scouting and guiding in Europe, scouting guiding in Poland have very strong impact for developing young people, and it's very, very important to still be able to have this power of shaping next generation of young leaders.
Okay, thank you for the interview.
Thank you for having me.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye. We can do that. We can do that.